Thank you.
Okay, Senator Moran.
Thank you, and thank you to Ms McManus. I must say, somebody who spent my working life up until 2011 in the classroom, you were a name that I constantly saw on correspondence, often wondered what you looked like, and I'm delighted to meet you today. I must say your name was very well known all throughout. I was in a second level school, so it's good to put a face to the name. I'd like to congratulate you now on your ahead of your second term. I just would like to ask a couple of questions, please. As I said, I was in second level school, and I'd just like to ask you about the curriculum. My subject was music, so I'm going to kind of focus it on what I know, if that's okay. And on the curriculum for Leaving Cert music, most specifically, and kind of the plans that are there, if any, to modernise a course that was last changed in 1999. Part of it is on music technology, which was a new section which was introduced to Leaving Cert music. Unfortunately, when I heard this, I know I was very keen to kind of keep up to date when you refer to kind of the work of the NCCA, engaging with other countries and that, and keeping on terms to keep it modernised. And I know, kind of, because I was on a border county, I immediately went north of the border to see what they were doing in terms of music technology. And up until this year, where I had a daughter doing Leaving Cert music, it hasn't changed at all. And the difference between music technology north and south of the border is phenomenal, just 9 miles different. The first problem that I had, and I'm sorry if I'm going to go on, but it is something that I would like to say, and I know it has improved since 2011, but when I left school in 2011, I didn't have internet in the classroom. Music technology could be used for 50% of Leaving Cert. And yet the exam, which I would often do with students that didn't play an instrument, they could use it, and it is literally an exam in transcribing what's up in front of them. They didn't need any music knowledge, they didn't need anything to do it. And with the result, I kind of feel that the students themselves kind of felt, well, this is the easiest part of the course, and it didn't give music the recognition for the work that is needed to go in there. So I would just feel very, very strongly that in the area, particularly of music technology for Leaving Cert, that this is an area where there is huge work to be done to modernise the course. Up the north, they have, I know the facilities and everything are much better, but in terms even of music software and the programmes that they have, they're there. I would just like to ask about who specifically, when you're talking about volunteers that are there, who specifically designs these courses? You know, I know sometimes they'll talk about modernising the courses, and when, for the junior cert, some of the songs that came in, the pupils had never even heard of these guys because they were out in the 60s, and they're pupils that were coming up in the noughties. So, you know, I mean, I had them, they hadn't a clue who Paul Simon, the Beatles, Queen, some of them, never heard of them. So, you know, coming in at 12. So I just think we need to move with the times to educate, particularly, as I said, in my own subject of music, with the music that they are listening to. And I just don't know who is, you know, over all of this. And in terms of the volunteers that you talk about that are doing it, yes, it's great to have volunteers, absolutely. And I would love to have had an input into where it was going. I felt I had 25 years experience, you know, a wealth of knowledge, teaching in different schools between vocational and secondary, where I felt I would be more than willing to give it. And I know I wrote to the NCCA offering my services a couple of times and never got a response. So it is something that I think, you know, listen to the teachers, and I'm sorry for going on. If I just, one more sentence, if I could just ask you to expand on what you're talking about there for special education. I think that's a great idea, to give students with, say, a mild or a moderate even intellectual disability the opportunity to get the same cert as their peers. Thank you.